welcome back everyone, and this is the next lesson 4 on our 2D maze game. So today we're going to try and add some more challenge to our game. We're going to add some enemies and some lives to the game so we can try and see, and we're also going to add some levels to the game. So we're going to start with levels first, but you can see here this is what we're trying to do here, and we're going to start with adding a new level to our game. Okay, so add levels, lives, and enemies. That's our challenge today. There we go. So we can see this. So using levels can be a way to make our game more challenging, because last time we only used one level. This time we're going to add another map, another tile it's called, and our tile map it's called, and we're going to try and get the game to move to the next level. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Okay. So we're going to use this process here, input, process, output. It's a very key computing term where we have some sort of input from the user, we do a sort of process, and then the game or the program provides an output for that process. Okay. So yeah, if you're scrolling on your phone, for example, you touch the screen moves up. This is an input, and then the process of the screen scrolling, and then the output is seeing your different content move around. So that's the input, process, output, and all computing systems use this 3 steps. Okay, so we're going to grab this block here, the on sprite of kind player overlaps, and we can choose a type of tile to overlap. And then if the player overlaps this tile, then we can change the tile map and then change the level, basically. Okay, so we can see how that works then. So this is our code from the last time, so I'm just going to move that up a little bit, and we're going to grab this block here. It's in scene, I think, yeah, and we want to this one here on kind here, so we're going to grab this block here, drop it in here. Now if I just go back to my tile map here, this one, I've added a new block here, so you mightn't have this already. So to do that, I just went to a different block here. This is looks like a little cave basically. So I took that and then just placed it in here. And then what I want to do is get rid of the wall from there. So make sure to get rid of the wall. So yours might look like this. So what we want to do is get rid of that. So we take the eraser tool and take the wall away basically, and it should look like that. Okay, so that's what your tile map should look like. You need this here in order to make the next part work. Okay, so what we need to do then is when the player of sprite kind player overlaps, and you can choose here, and you can see this is the object here, so we can choose this one, and we want to change the tile map. So we want to go to scene and set tile map, and then we want to paint our new tile map here. So if I go here, I'm going to change it to a different theme this time. I'm going to go for, what was the one I had actually? Forest, but I went to forest and I went over one actually, was it? Yeah, I changed it to something different I think this time. So we can choose different ones here. I think I chose wasn't that aquatic, was it? No, it wasn't. Dungeon. You can even make a dungeon if you want it there. Okay, so we can choose forest again. Yeah, I just used these ones I think this time. So let me just check what my of course we went to our map editor, design tools, and we made our canvas. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. So yeah, I just used the forest ones again here. So here I just went to forest and then made our new map. So again, same from the last time. You can see we have the different corners here. For example, I can use that one for the corner, and then this for the sides, like so. If you make a mistake, you can just use the erase tool, like so. And then I can use this one for the bottom corner. We make sure it's back on the paint tool. And then along the bottom, same idea. Here, and then the other corner, grab that one, and then up the side like this one. Okay, again, if you make a mistake, don't worry. you can just erase it using the eraser here. Okay, and here we want to use this one along the top. Make sure it's back on paint, and then go along the top like so. Okay, and we can see here actually we need to have a corner here actually, so we're going to have a corner here. So we are, let's see, so we can have the corner here, so that'll be that part, and then I want to add some different ones, so I just chose a different sort of, and you can draw your own sort of design here, make it a bit more difficult this time. Yeah, place it in here. Okay, and then we need to take our tool for a wall here, and we want to add walls to everything, so we're going to put a wall here along there like that, and up. Okay, and then do the same for this. Okay, and this, so then we have our wall set up again. Okay, and we can also just make an exit here as well, so we just make an exit there, for example. Maybe erase that one as well. Go there, erase that. Choose a different one, maybe another one that looks like that. We can put it back to draw, so that we could even add another level if you wanted. Okay, so done. So now whenever we go to this location, so if we go to our location here down the bottom, we can quickly grab our burger and then head over, and it goes to the next level. Okay, we can grab another burger there, and we can, so you could add another one of these if you wanted as well. So give that a try and see how you do. Okay, so next we want to do is adding enemies. So what's that going to look like then? So here you'll see our little hero is trying to get escape, and he's getting hit by the enemies here, and then we have 3 lives and it's game over basically. So a bit more challenging for the game. So what we need to do first is add a set life to the on start block. So then we have 3 lives. You can change this as well if you want. You can have different ones. So we're going to add the set life block there. So let's head over, go to info and set life, and drop it into this block here, the one we had for on start. So now you see here we have 3 lives, and at the minute nothing's happening because we don't have any enemies at the minute, so we can still just play the game like normal. Grab our burger there, head to the next level, and then head up, grab another burger, okay. And so yeah, as you can see, we can keep playing the game as normal. Okay, all right. So if we need to then add the enemy. So how are we going to do that then? Let's have a look. So here, if I look on here, we've got a couple of new things on here. So we need this on game update. So this is like it's a trigger in the game that updates at this stage it says every two seconds, and it's going to spawn a sprite, which is going to be a snake of kind enemy, and we're going to set its position. So we're going to have it randomly in the middle, sort of a spawn, and then it's going to have a speed where it moves around. We can change these here if we want, and then if it hits a wall, it just bounces. So it's pretty basic, but it does the trick. And then we need to add this block where the sprite overlaps an enemy. We take 1 away from the life, and we need to make sure we do this thing called destroy the sprite, because what happens if you don't is if you hit the enemy and it doesn't destroy the sprite, the game will instantly end because the enemy is still there, so therefore it's always taking lives off your player. Okay, so we need to do those 2 steps there. So let's go grab this block first, and we'll add that in. So we're going to go down to game, and we're going to go to on game update. I'm going to drop it in here. Okay, and then we're going to change that to 2 seconds, and then we're going to add in the blocks. So what we need next then is set snake. So we're going to do sprites, and we're going to go set my sprite, and we're going to drop it in there, and we're going to grab a sprite here first. We'll go to the gallery and we'll scroll down. You can choose whatever enemy you would like. I just went for a snake there, and then press done. And we're going to change the name of this then to rename. I'm going to call it snake, and press OK. Make sure we change it to kind enemy. Okay, and we want to then add position. So currently it's just sitting in the middle of the screen there. And we're going to set the position to about the middle of the screen. So we're going to go grab the sprite in the sprite blocks, set position. I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to change that to around the middle there. And then this one, again around the middle. We can make it a bit higher up actually. Somewhere like that. Okay, and you can see this is wrong here, so we need to make sure that's set to snake. And it should then pop up correctly then. Yep, perfect. Okay, and I actually don't like it sitting in the wrong position. Let's move it down a bit. Yeah, around there somewhere. Okay, even a bit further maybe. Yeah. We can just tap the position around there. There we go. So now it's sort of spawning in this position here. And at the minute nothing happens. We can just run over here. Nothing's really happening, so doesn't really do anything. Okay, so what we need to do next then is start making our enemy move. So we're going to set the velocity, the speed it moves at. So we're going to grab that from the sprites folder, or the sprites block again. I'm going to put it in there. You can change this, but we can just let it. So again, it needs to make sure it's set to snake. So then that's why it didn't work that time. Okay, and we could just see now that it's making these enemies, but they're just all getting stuck in the corner there. So nothing's really happening. You can see it just appear in here in our game. So what we need to do next then is get it to bounce if it hits a wall. So we're going to go to sprites. And if it hits a wall, we want to hit it, make sure it's set to bounce. Again, this needs to be set to snake. Okay. And now you can see when it hits the wall, it bounces around, but nothing's happening. We can still run around here, grab our burger, head to the next level. And you can see that there's still loads of snakes here, but they're not doing us any harm here. But we need to add then if it hits one of them, it takes a life off. Okay, so that's that block complete. So now we need to grab this one here and then add it to our game. So I'm just going to move that one up there, and now we're going to grab the sprites one, and it's going to be this one. So if it overlaps, so off player, and it needs to be set to enemy, and we need to have change life -1, destroy other sprite. Okay, so we're going to go to info here, change life by -1, and then we need to, so we can just see this already. So if I just hit the game's over right away. Okay, because what we need to do is we need to destroy the enemy actually, not the player. Because if we don't do that, then the player will disappear the first time it happens. So if we do that, so destroy other sprites. So let's go that then. So sprites and destroy, drop it in. And this one should be changed to other sprite. It should work. There we go. So now, if I get hit, it takes off 1 life. So I'm trying to avoid them. Oh, 2 lives gone. No. There we go. So managed to get through there. Grab my burger. Head to the next level. And again, try to get to the burger again, and then you can see the game is over. Okay, so hopefully that's it, I think. Let me see if we're on to the next there. So yeah, extension for you then. So can you add some more enemies, maybe change the way that the enemies move around. See if you can add another level. See can you work that out. And I'll see you in the next one.